You know, when I was a young kid, I loved sports. And then I loved football, particularly playing backyard football. I just had a passion for the game of football. And I knew from a young age, I would say when I was in elementary school, that one day I wanted to play pro football and I wanted to coach football. I have a great passion for teaching, for being around young people, making a difference, and a passion for watching something grow and develop. I mean, I just really love to watch something that you pour your heart and soul into, and everybody, and you watch it come together, but collectively. You know, it takes a village. I mean, watching everybody put an oar in the water and row and build this thing has been rewarding. I love what I do. I love the people I work with. I love the players that I'm around. I mean, this is the best group of kids I've ever been around in my career. I mean, they're guys that show up, they have a passion, they love it, they love each other, they're in the locker room, there's great camaraderie, they work hard, they want to be great, they go to study hall, they go to class, they do all the right things. If you're a coach and you can't love coming to work around these players every day, then something's wrong. The overreaching thing is the young people of this game, you know, and I love it. That's why it's always attracted me, college football and staying in collegiate football, because I still think that this is a place where you can make a huge impact and a difference and watch people mature and grow. That's what it's really all about, because after all, we're teachers and we're educators.
Boston College headed to Virginia Tech with a new badge of honor, ranked for the first time ever in the college football playoff poll at number 22. Already bowl eligible, Coach Steve Addazio had the Eagles laser focused and his offense got moving with some grit and power. They weren't afraid to throw in a little finesse when needed.
From the pocket, over the middle at the 45 and caught Tommy Sweeney.
And up in a triple handoff, Anthony Brown throwing it wide open, past the 35, it's complete. Orab Adrizi has it, up the right sideline, triple handoff. Brown got it back from Jeff Smith, and the Eagles pick up a first down inside the Virginia Tech 30. Now the keeper by Brown to the 10, Brown to the 5, Brown tackled at the 4. Eagles to an I formation that give to Dillon, running east-west. Dillon fighting for the goal line, reaching for the goal line, he's in! Touchdown, Boston College!
But to the delight of Blacksburg, Virginia Tech answered.
Willis, end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Eric Kuma makes the catch from 4 yards out for the Hokies.
The Golden Start took a turn. Virginia Tech took the lead. The Hokies were fighting to move into a first-place tie in the ACC's Coastal Division. Boston College trying to stay in the race for first in the Atlantic Division. The fight level of the Eagles' defense was tested, and they were more than up to the challenge, stopping the last drive of the half with a relentless rush led by senior Zach Allen, 14-7 at halftime.
Defense, we've gotten hit by a few screens. We've got to get off the field on third down, and we've got to be able to give ourselves a chance with field position to regain momentum on offense.
Coach Addazio made halftime adjustments and also trusted his Eagles to rely on their passion and instincts. The result, a lopsided third quarter.
Brown's pass caught midfield. Travis Levy. And to the 40 and inside it to the 39 of Virginia Tech. Brown has the time, makes it pay off. Tommy Sweeney, the pass was on schedule. Gonna give it to Dillon, trying to turn the corner. Down the sidelines, it's A.J. Dillon.
Slammed into the back end of someone videotaping on the sideline.
Brown shotgun. The give to Levy, past the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Boston College! Travis Levy shot out of a cannon, 29-yard score.
Momentum had shifted. The defense held Tech to 32 yards in the third quarter, and all three phases of the BC game were clicking.
Walker has to go back and get it. Now circles down the near sideline. Walker into Virginia Tech real estate and out of bounds, and they will mark him out at about the 43-yard line on the return. That is incomplete. Did Boston College intercept? BC did at the 19. Brandon Sebastian.
Good teams create breaks, and the Eagles were hustling to the ball on defense, and Sebastian's interception would set them up to get the lead back again.
Over the middle to the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College.
Addazio is the Eagle in the end zone, and BC takes the lead for the second time today.
And this time, they weren't going to give it back. BC was on its game in the second half and would score 21 unanswered points, quieting the Blacksburg crowd with a smothering defense and a productive offense.
The give to Levy, east-west, and he gets stifled. Now over the top for the second effort. They say he's in. Touchdown, Boston College. What an effort by the pinball, Travis Levy, as the Eagles go up 27-14.
Anthony Brown led an offense that was about to send the Hokies to a third straight home loss for the first time in 26 years.
Comes Levy. Now he runs east-west. Levy trying to outrun the defender at the 30, near side 25. Levy spinning, still on his feet, and tackled at the 18. He's a man possessed.
28-yard attempt from Lichtenberg. He's 4 of 5 on the season. Lichtenberg knocks it through. He's got the field goal for Boston College.
A solid road win, keeping the Eagles in the race for first in the Atlantic.
Wonderland is the preferred locker room dance song, and they have Fleetwood Thursdays. Play Fleetwood Mac, and they yell for sweet little lies at the end. Lies? It's not a lie if you believe it. And Boston College believes they can beat Clemson.
Addazio's team stacked with veterans who went through a 3-win season. They waited a long time for this. Addazio says, come out swinging, hold nothing back, and he'll need all of that and more in a couple breaks from Clemson, but he's confident, and his team is too.
We gotta go out, we're gonna play relentless. That's our conviction. We're gonna play together. That's our conviction. And we're going to have an edge and a swing. And we're going to play that way. And we're going to stay that way for 4 quarters. It won't be a 1-quarter deal. We're going to ride that game. We're going to drag it into the 4th quarter. And we're going to physically go after them. And then we're going to win in the 4th quarter. That's the way it's going to be. We're going to play like BC. We're going to play who we are. Tough, win an edge.
Of all the words of tongue and pen, the saddest of these are what might have been. Unfortunately, what could have been was the question asked after quarterback Anthony Brown got knocked out of the game in the opening moments. Brown had been precise for Boston College's national climb and was a tough man to replace for the offense, especially when playing the undefeated #2 team in the country. But BC men don't make excuses, they make their way. And Mike Walker showed a national TV audience just how that works. The Eagles' all-time great returner had Alumni Stadium rocking and Boston College on top, returning a punt 74 yards for a 7-3 lead. It was a play that could not only be seen, but heard around Chestnut Hill. And there were other bright spots on the national stage.
And now Rodgers is bumped into. It's a muff. The Eagles have the football. He's claiming he was hit before the ball got there. There's no flag for kick-catch interference. Torres got down there and bumped into him. Buffett working up back to the quarterback. He shouldn't have caught it. Allen deflected the pass.
instinct took over, and it's a big loss. That's back inside the 5.
First things first, is that's a great play again. Zach Allen's played his tail off tonight, which you'd expect him to do. Instincts, athletic ability, goes up and knocks it down.
19. And Lawrence has the ball batted in the air and incomplete. Zach Allen one more time as the fake end around, and Perry wants to take a downfield shot on the carry, and it's actually caught. What a play.
The Eagles turned in a valiant effort against the #2 Tigers, but more importantly, the football world got to see what Boston College football is all about, and Chestnut Hill in all of its glory.
My name is Michael Walker, and I'm from Naples, Florida.
Brown on the rollout. First down to the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. Michael Walker makes the grab.
I was raised with a family growing up with actually 4 adopted brothers. And my sister, she's a little older, so she was out of the house. But it was a pretty busy household, having 6 boys in the house, 7 boys in the house at one time. My parents pride themselves on service to others, and they love doing the most for other people and giving people opportunity in their life. My brothers, Jarvis, Jamal, Tyler, and Devin, so they weren't adopted at a young age. They were kind of our good friends growing up that kind of just had rough family lives at home. And come high school time, ended up needing a better base in their life, so ended up coming and living with us, and then finally signing over the forms for my parents being the guardians, and so it was pretty cool.
Razzle dazzle. Brown throwing down the middle for Walker. Got it inside the 20 at the 18. It was the flea flicker. Brown converts it to Michael Walker.
We've all been raised around sports. My dad played in college. All of his brothers have played either college or professionally, so definitely been raised around sports and just kind of been how I've grown up, and kind of found a passion for football, stuck with it, and ended up making the most out of it.
Caught by Michael Walker at the 34-yard line.
So I love this sport mainly because of the camaraderie and just the way you can literally build best friends for the rest of your life. That's the biggest thing for me, and it's always been like that since I was younger. You really find your best friends in this sport just because of just the hard times you've been through. You guys are all on the same page, and you all understand each other just on a different level than everyone else, so.
Brown guns it, caught, first down. Michael Walker took a big shot too and held on.
It's great to play here, I would say, just because of the people here.
Michael Walker waiting 2 yards deep in the end zone, charges out past the 10 to the 15 to the 20 to the 30. That's what you're looking for. Walker leading the nation in combined kick return yardage.
My teammates, everything. That's all that matters for me, and that's what makes me come to this athletic center every single day.
And Walker down the sidelines, gotta be free.
Boston College prides themselves on service to others, just like my family did growing up, adopting 4 other kids.
Michael Walker all the way home.
So being at a place that's so identical to how I was raised is pretty cool, and it's so similar in so many ways, and I love it here.
Huge risk, Kurt, and a massive reward.
Faithfulness and loyalty. All of us to each other. To the players, to the coaches to the players, Father Jack, everybody. Faithfulness and loyalty. That's what this is about right now.
Coach Addazio, who I've known, I've been going to camp since my freshman year of high school. I'm going to the BC camp. So I had met him and I built a relationship with him.
He's always full of energy. If you've ever met the guy, you know he's an unbelievable motivator, unbelievable motivational speaker. And you know, we're blessed to have that, never mind how good of a coach he is. So it's kind of a great package deal.
When he speaks in general, it kind of hits a little chord deep in your stomach. Say in the pregame, it kind of fuels a little fire for you.
Who do you want to be? We're down the home stretch. Last regular season game. Who do you want to be? How much strength do you want to draw from each other? How hard do you want to push each other? How important is it to you to do something for the greater good? for the team, for your teammate, to put yourself second and everybody in this room first.
Coach Addazio has been a great mentor. As a young offensive lineman, he's been in this business a long time. He knows a lot. So that's been great as a player. And then personally, you know, I've had a couple injuries throughout my career, and he's always made sure that I've had the best care, you know, getting me to the right doctor and making sure I was taken care of as best that we could get, which is something I really appreciate and I'll never forget.
He's definitely a passionate guy. You can get fiery at times, but it just shows that he cares. He never does anything to hurt anybody.
What he said has definitely came true since my 4 years here. We've gotten better and better.
Steve Addazio, a 59-year-old native of Farmington, Connecticut. That's about 90 minutes from here, and what he has built in his 6 years as head coach at BC is a real foundation to potentially succeed long-term in the ACC.
He's a team coach, he's a player coach. He's hard on you and expects a lot of you, but at the same time, he's going to take care of you.
He's an amazing guy.
Just his demeanor is pretty contagious.
If I were to compare him to anybody, it's like a second father.
To use a word Coach Addazio really enjoys, his passion is palpable. You can just feel it. He walks into the locker room before a game and you can feel the energy coming off of him, and you know, it's infectious to the whole team.
He's on you, he expects nothing but your best. But at the end, even when you're going through it, it's kind of like doing your chores. You're like, oh, another run, another this, another that. And then at the end of it, you realize how much better you got.
You sell it out for him, he's already selling it out for you. I think it's easy to play for someone like that. It's easy to play for someone who you know is working just as hard as you.
Anthony Brown, down the sideline, drops it in perfectly, then glides, touchdown.
Voices its opposition. Here's Anthony Brown firing across the middle, caught by Travis Levy, past the 50 to the 45, carries to the Virginia Tech 39.
Here's Meade for 12 on third down. Blitz off the edge. Dungy gets wrapped up, and this time Boston College holds on and gets the sack. Tajamir Torres was there and finally laid Dungy.
Coach Addazio, man, is a great coach, always pushing us guys, but at the same time, making sure that we know that he loves us and it comes from a genuine place.
I couldn't be more proud of you. You know how much we love you guys. I want you to hear that again. We love you guys. This is as good and awesome of a group of young men I've ever been around. We talk about this, we love you guys, man. You want your sons to be like this group right here. This is something to be proud of. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself.
My name is A.J. Dillon, and this is my story.
Play fake, Brown dumps off a pass to Dillon. A.J. Dillon diving for the pylon. Touchdown, BC.
I grew up in New London, Connecticut, and I started playing football around 8 years old. And at first it was just something to do, kind of after school, everybody was doing it.
Dillon into the 10-yard line. I don't know how he did it. He stayed on his feet.
One of my games, my first year playing, I was playing tight end at the time. My grandfather came down, Tom Gatewood. He played at Notre Dame. He came down, he taught me and told me about his experience and how he kind of fell in love with the game. And from that point on, I started to take a little bit more seriously. I just started to really fall in love with the game, and I started to realize and kind of see the opportunities that sports could give somebody. At the time, I was living with my mom, just her, and she had been working 2-3 jobs at a time, and so I promised her, I made her a promise when I was, I think, 10, my third year playing organized football. I made her a promise that some way, somehow, I was going to earn a scholarship so she wasn't going to have to pay for school, and then I was going to make it to the NFL and I'd buy her a house. And so that's always been driving me.
The Poetic A.J. Dillon, a nifty run.
During the recruiting process, I started to look at schools using the 3 A's, something my grandfather taught me. He told me 3 A's stand for academics, atmosphere, and athletics. And so as I was going through the process, BC speaks for itself.
A.J. Dillon is the Eagle in the end zone for the first time in 2018.
College football world is amazing. And so like the atmosphere when you go ahead and score an alumni stadium and you see the students and everybody cheering you on, it's, to me, one of the best feelings on the planet.
Dillon fighting for the end zone, touchdown!
Yeah, it is the best feeling on the planet to me. It's something I love so much, and I mean, The mindset that I have is every time that I get the ball, I'm going to score.
Dillon got a hold. Shakes one man. Dillon to the 5. Dillon to the end zone. You can't stop this man.
And when it actually happens, something that I always do, if available, like I always point to my mom and make sure that she knows like it's all for her. So that's definitely the best feeling when I can see her directly after I score and just, we're both excited. There was one of the times in Syracuse, I was pointing at her, she was pointing at me, and she almost fell over the banister. And it is awesome.
Dillon driving towards the goal line. Touchdown.
I love it here at BC because I can develop holistically. I feel like BC allows you to not be one-dimensional. I can do a lot more than just be a football player.
Looks like here early they're going to put the weight on Dillon's shoulders.
It's amazing how BC as a whole, I've developed so much, and there's so much I can take away from it, and I can still learn. And so I'm just trying to be a sponge and kind of soak up all the knowledge, all the experiences I can have, and make the most out of it.
A.J. Dillon cuts it up past the 50 to the near side, 40 to the 30. Dillon on his horse, can run to Denmore Square. Dillon at the 10, Dillon at the 5. Dillon towards the goal line. Dillon is in. What a run by the dynamic A.J. Dillon.
Alumni Stadium is a special place, a place that helped attract these seniors to commit to Boston College back when they were still in high school. Now they know they are stepping on its turf for the final time wearing the maroon and gold. Emotion and tradition makes playing football for the Eagles a privilege. It's also what makes it difficult to leave behind now that their collegiate careers are coming to an end. The Syracuse Orange providing the final home game challenge.
Dillon turns the corner. First down and more. Inside the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And he is only a sophomore, so he has at least one more season to do this for Boston College.
What a tremendous job out on the perimeter.
Rollout for Anthony Brown. Looking for the throw back to the tight end. And it's there for the touchdown. Jake Bird was able to slip off the line and get open for a 3-yard score.
It's a really good job on any of these throwback plays. You've got to be so patient for an action if these safeties are going to commit to the run.
There's play action. Anthony Brown lobs one to a wide open Jeff Smith. A blown coverage for Syracuse. BC takes advantage. There's the chunk play and a touchdown.
Yeah, so eventually you do run it, and we're just talking about where is this going to come from, because you just watch the fast flow of these safeties, and they just get lost. And right behind it, I mean, pick your poison. Where do you want to throw that one?
Back to throw on 2nd and 10. Long pass down the sideline and an easy interception for Tajamir Torres. He's got blockers. Tajamir Torres out of bounds at the Syracuse 32. Anthony Brown down the sideline, drops it in perfectly. Ben glides. Hughes 8 for 12 on 3rd down. Blitz off the edge. Dungy gets wrapped up, and this time Boston College holds on and gets the sack. Tajamir Torres was there and finally late. Dungy throws the ball out of bounds.
The Eagles lost to Syracuse on Senior Day, but it's a loss that cannot overshadow all the success this group has had, helping get the Eagles back into the top 25. Their years of blood, sweat, and tears brought the program back to national relevance again, empowering them for the next chapter in their lives, and leaving the underclassmen with a strong foundation for future success. A time to not only look back, but look ahead.
I'm gonna miss being around the guys. These are truly my brothers, and I let them know that all the time. Every time I break down the huddle, I always let my guys know, that I love them, and it's coming from a genuine place. For all these guys in the locker room, man, I love them all. And I'm gonna miss, being around my guys.
I've grown a lot as a player and a person since I got here 5 years ago now. That's the great thing about BC is the coaches here, they kind of force you to not just grow as a player, you know, get better, develop your skills, but they force you to kind of challenge your own beliefs and grow as a person. They're always bringing in, you know, speakers and doing things that'll help you kind of realize who you are as a man and who you want to be.
Made that decision when I was a child that I wanted to play BC football, so it's been surreal since I've been here. Coach Reed, the defensive coordinator, says that every time. We're BC men, and they'll be the best friends you're ever going to have for the rest of your life. And I don't think he's wrong.
What's not to like? I mean, it's probably one of the most beautiful campuses in the country.
With the group of seniors we have, and I think the culture that when I was a freshman, those seniors started. When I was a sophomore, those seniors added to. It's just been building and building and building and building. We always talk about it as this group of seniors to leave it in a better place than we found it.
Funny, but the school has also left them in a better place than when they started as well.